But before we go into the discussion with the panel, I'd like to call 3 more presenters, not with a presentation, but just orally. And the first one is my colleague, Albert. Albert is a Dutch sustainable tourism expert with a strong academic foundation in coastal ecology, environmental science, played a pivotal role in establishing sustainability programs like the Quality Coast Awards in the GSTR database, and of course everyone knows him as the founder of Green Destinations. So Albert, the floor is yours to explain something more about the Green Destinations projects on the integrated approach, combining different stakeholders, businesses, destinations, and how that reflects our commitments.
Thank you, Hugo. I think that, does the microphone work actually? I think yes. The presentations just over the last 20 minutes have already done their job well, actually showing you how activities and getting results on the country level, on the destination level, and on the business level actually are synergistic. So they need each other, and they are really helpful to the other level, at whatever level you work. So at the country level, it's important to make sure that destinations are involved and business are involved. The only thing I'd like to add, actually, that it works in so many other countries. I mean, I'll just give 3 brief examples. We have worked in Brazil with a countrywide partner, which is an NGO, actually, a federation of business associations, which is a very big association. It has thousands of business members. And they have encouraged both destinations through the network and businesses to get engaged in learning about sustainability. Not start with certification, learning about sustainability in business clubs, in each destination. They try to have a sort of workshops and get people engaged in discussing about sustainability issues that are related to businesses. So they attracted businesses, hotels, restaurants, service providers. And then the next phase was who was interested actually in becoming recognized for that. And that was then the Good Travel Seal that was adopted. And for destinations, the first step was top 100 nominations. So we have received a lot of top 100 nominations that were accepted in Brazil and then are now taking the next step towards destination certification. A much smaller example is Bonaire. Bonaire has been a participant in our destination certification program for more than 10 years. And they had a program on sustainability with the name Bonaire Blue. Bonaire Blue is their label. So they asked us, like, can you help us engaging our businesses in Bonaire, and it's actually in a small island in the Caribbean, to do more with that, related to sustainability, to local community involvement, and to responsible tourism. And we help them to create a program in which the back office actually is the Go Travel Seal again. So there the program for businesses is running on an entirely different name, not because we have thought there's a need. No, the need comes from the Chamber of Commerce and the local group of small business, micro businesses that want to work together, learn from each other, and also offer a common product. So soon we will help them towards the next phase, like Kish already said, and Jana already said, like work together in offering a tourism product, travel product, to make a visit to Bonaire in a, well, maybe not sustainable way, but at least with service providers and accommodation providers that all are certified and actually can show what they do for sustainability. And a final example, much shorter, we have been asked by Sri Lanka Tourism, which is the national agency, to finally realize their wish to have a national Sri Lanka certification program, both for businesses and for destinations. And that program was, after agreement with the Sri Lanka Tourism, was recently funded by UNDP. So now we have started to train trainers, to train coaches, auditors, and then both destinations and businesses will be certified ultimately under the Sri Lanka label. So there's several ways how we actually help countries, regions, destinations to make their ambitions true just with our back office tools, because we don't go there to do it. No, we help them actually to do it themselves. Maybe that's enough, right?
Absolutely. Thanks, Albert, and let me invite you to have a seat at the end of the stage. So we proceed to the next panelist from Finland. We have our representative in Finland, Pekka Alhojärvi, with a master's in forest economics from Helsinki University, has dedicated his national and international career to sustainable development. Representing green destinations in Finland, Pekka follows a participatory approach emphasizing renewable resources, private-public partnerships, and SME development. Pekka, can you please come to stage to show how Finland is applying the integrated approach, and then also forward to, after your presentation, to your seat. Pekka, the floor is yours. And you have
Thanks, Hugo. I took a vaccination against the technical problems. So, I'm concentrating in 3 letters: A, B, and F. Some people think or consider that men are more familiar with the logistics than logic. But I am. Logical, so I start from F. F is for Finland. So we have, since the beginning of introducing green destination, the destination approach, we had tried to combine it with the sustainable development goals and the CO2 goals in Finland at the municipal level or destination level. Usually the destinations are municipal entities, or, well, I'm coming to the future. You will see that there are also different approaches. But the path has been quite slow and so far, but now there are signs for much more rapid development. And the reason has been that we started to introduce the Good Travel Seal program. We first piloted it so that we considered that it should not be only involve the companies inside, within the tourism, but also providing services to tourism, but also to other sectors or clusters. Because the destinations, if you certify them, we come to the fact that we have to work closely with the clusters who can solve the problems. For example, who circulate materials. So without circulating industries and solutions, we can't really meet the targets of certification for green destinations fully. Or the wastewater treatment, or what happens to the water sources, how we use them. So in fact, very many factors are external from the control of the destinations. That's why we have to have an integrated approach geographically, so it means that not only, and so that the sector will deal with closely and work with the industries plus other organizations outside the sector. And if so, that takes more time than just trying to solve problems within the tourism sector. But we introduced the Good Travel Seal when we piloted it, and so that also the seal should be able to assess and evaluate and also certify companies which are not traditionally considered to be touristic. For example, that's why we have certified, in fact, we have organizations, we have artisans from these different sectors, we have organizations, very purely cultural organizations certified, transportation companies. So in fact, they provide services to the tourism sector, but mostly to the clusters. And that is I would say, one integrated approach which we have. As we have gained very fast big market share in Finland, number-wise we are quite close to the top, but not in financial terms yet. But I think that has also encouraged the destinations that they would be more interested in certification of destinations. And we take a very recent example. We have certified 2 larger umbrella projects within Helsinki, and after we had done them, they said that they would be happy that if we would start the collaboration at the destination level. So now Helsinki is the largest client of us. This has led to a fact as we have been processing these, we call them umbrella projects, in different parts of Finland through the development agencies. They are typically regional agencies, or then DMOs who want to promote their area through the companies. It has led to the fact that also new destinations whose enterprises or clients have been certified, that now the destinations have become very interested in our approach. But again, we want to integrate their development with the sustainable development goals plus the CO2 goals. We are quite strict in that policy. In fact, that means that how we can do larger approaches, we try to build networks between the destinations, and they just have to have the same vision, same type of targets, and then we try to combine them and so that they start collaborating with each other. Okay, now I move to letter B. It's the Baltic Sea region. I think that we have a long history with the Nordic countries in the Baltic Sea, cooperation, cultural, technical, environmental, etc., including joint funds. Now, then we have been working closely the Nordic countries with Baltic countries, and now also Poland. So I think that it's a geographical area where green destination could have a role to certify the coastal municipalities, but also inland destinations within these countries which cooperate with the coastal areas. So the fact is that we are very dependent on the development and how do I say, safety included of the Baltic Sea and our living conditions, and also the sustainable development related to all of our societies are dependent very much to the Baltic Sea. And in fact, I think that we should also use the how would I say, the lessons learned but we will gain through which we have gained so far and which we will gain in the future within the tourism sectors and destination development within the Baltic Sea region, we could move it and discuss it with the Mediterranean areas, because seas are the ones which our future is very much dependent on. In Finland, we have more than 100,000 lakes, so this relates also to the lakes. It's important to have the waters and forests and other renewable natural resources to be integrated and developed for the future. And I finalize with letter A. We should do that also with the Arctic Sea. Now, that will be the playground in the future, not only with the Arctic Sea Nordic countries, we also include Norway there, but there is also Canada and USA plus Russia. The political decision-making is at the president level, and the ministries for foreign affairs are the ones who coordinate this. And so it's so important from the political side point of view to work closely and together in the Arctic Sea. And I can guarantee that there's at the moment, the security issues are top in the Arctic Sea. And also China is in the role of what you call it, associate member of the council. So I think that's why these three letters are important for me. Green destinations in Finland, Finnish society, the Nordic people. So I think that's what I call geographical integration. Thank you.
So much. Thank you, Pekka. Please have a seat so we can finalize the presentations part of this session and call onto stage our friend Iyad Kayali, representing green destinations in the Middle East and North